Hey guys, welcome to the show. We got a whopper for you today. Before we get to that, if you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. Let's check who we got on the panel. The distinguished Nathan Oakley, sir. How are you today?
Very well, very well. Good to be here.
Can't wait. The Adam Meekins, distinguished, one each.
Evening, QA. Evening, everyone.
Evening. We've got Chemo in the house. Chemo, where you been? Everywhere I've been? You haven't been everywhere I've been, because you haven't been there.
Badger. Back.
Radio check again. Give me a radio check, Chemo.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, that's much better. Get close to your mic. Thank you very much. Chocolate Sir.
Oh.
Haven't seen you in a coon's age, man. Where you been?
Busy, man.
You showed up at the right time.
Oh yeah.
For my wood?
That's what I'm hearing.
Is that what you're hearing?
Times.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We got a whopper for you today, sir. I'll grant you that. You ain't gonna. I'll tell you what.
I like that you did. Blackpool.
You like that?
Nice little touch.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna sing it here in a little bit.
Oh, no. Nice. Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. So, any new information? Anything up before we get started here? Not only from you. Hey, listen up, guys. Make sure you got good mic discipline today. During the second presentation, we're going to try a pull maneuver here that I haven't pulled yet. So it's going to take some serious mic discipline. We'll see how it goes off. There's going to be two presentations today. First, I'm going to give two small presentations, and then we'll take a break there for a little bit. And then the Adam Meekins, distinguished one each, is also going to present. So that's the plan for today. Also, remember today, it's the big unveiling. The new radius of the Earth. It's at least this far, and it will be unveiled today. Thanks to the numpty triplets.
So it's this far, not that far.
It's at least the number I'm going to give it, and I'm going to show you exactly why.
The new hotness rate. Awesome.
Remember, it's at least that far, and I'm going to demonstrate that in spades. All right, any new information? Because you guys are like ravenous wolves, man. I'd have to admit. Everyone's going quiet.
You mean new as in Ranty becoming a globe earther?
Well, I knew that 3 years ago. Remember? Now, you remember when I said that? Remember, it was about 3 years ago when I told him on a show that he should be friggin' hung by a yardarm for sedition? Y'all don't remember that?
Actually.
So it looks like I've been a bit prophetic.
Yeah, you've managed to see what the rest of us could not. I did not see this coming.
You didn't see it coming? That's okay. There's not. Oh, you have yet to see what's coming, Chemo. I'll tell you that much. Could have come right at you here in a few.
I can't wait. I'm tuned in.
Yeah, I'm trying to delay for a little bit because it takes I don't want to start before everyone gets here. It takes a few minutes for everyone to get settled. So I'm just chilling out. Right? It's not going to take long. It's only going to take about 5 more minutes, and then we're going to get in on it.
Talking about your prophesizing, how long did you prophesize it would take for the ballers to get Black Swan?
I prophesied the ballers to get to the Black Swan. I think my first shot wasn't it 9 months? I did it like a pregnancy. Wasn't it 9 months? Anyone correct me on it? Chocolate, get closer to your mic, man. Speak up.
Yeah. I said 9 months. Said 4.
That's right.
Both
That's
fine.
correct. Yep.
What are we at now?
Harwin's probably closer to me.
Where are we at now? Well, January 2021. I'm sorry, January 2020. Where are we at? Do the trig.
I've got my fingers out and I've gone 12 plus 4.
Well, technically, we would be at 14 months now, right? They still don't get it. So yeah.
There.
But funny enough, we've come to this point, right, where we have a new radius of the Earth. At 14 months is where we've come to.
Yes.
So I guess that's a prophecy, right?
Well, what the problem is, hold on a second. What the problem was, I told them that was for the original Black Swan. So the new radius is from the granddaddy Blackpool Swan. So this is another argument. It's not the same as the old argument. It's the same conceptually. You know what I'm saying? However, it's the granddaddy Black Swan. So I don't know how long it's going to take them. They haven't got the last one, so I don't know how long it's going to take them to get this one. That's the problem. That it's not a problem. It's a problem for them. It's tear jerking, belly laughing, hilarious for us.
Of their own doing makes it just that much funnier.
Isn't it that much special?
Yep, just the tinge.
Brought to you by who? The Numpty Triplets. So let's see what we got here. Let's see if everyone's getting settled in. They're always fashionably late. We're getting up there. Maybe a couple more minutes. We can push this out. Nathan, sir. You got some screaming kids in the background, don't you?
Owen's arrived. Is he in charge of Dutch Superchat control?
No, he's not. He's not. I think, well, maybe, because I could be a little bit busy for the first part of the show. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I think I can handle this, like I said, for the first part of the show. Yeah, everyone's coming in. Yeah, they're coming in good. We got a couple minutes before I start off. I see Sleeping Warrior. Sorry about Anthony. Skype didn't work out too well. I just wanted to let you know that in case you didn't get the message. That wind turbine you identified was absolutely gold. Thank you very much, sir. Shout out to Sleeping Warrior for picking that out. Like I said, these guys are ravenous wolves. That's what it turned into. I kind of thought it was going to turn into that. I wasn't disappointed.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't describe it like that. I said thank you to Rampy and Ruhif, because genuinely I've not been as enthused a long time since Isle of Man. You know what I mean? Getting into stuff, working together, finding, searching. You know what I mean? And it's been great this week in the BALLBUSTERS chats. You know what I mean? As joining up and doing it like I say back in the old days with Isle of Man. Obviously, this time with the horizon not being physical, but all the same, I just like to say thanks. It's re-energized me, John. It's re-energized me.
Well, you're the polite one of you're the polite one of the BALLBUSTERS. I would expect that much out of you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I thought
But nobody
said,
claims
right?
the horizon's the curve of the Earth.
What?
What? Nobody. What? Nobody. I mean, does somebody claim that? No, we've been told lately that we've been asked citations for such things from people who believe that they live on a ball.
That's interesting.
It is.
All right, let me
Weird.
check out. Let me check, folks. Don't worry, folks. We're going to get to it. I was just waiting for everyone to get seated, settle down. We got some folks that are fashionably late. Oh, starting to get there. I predict another 2 minutes. What's up, Hank Hill? John Watson, just shouting out people in the chat. I usually don't do that because my chat's usually disabled. But today it's looking really good. Yep, sure.
Oh, Flatsoid's arrived. All right, Flatsoid. I'd shout out to him. Messing about with the picture certainly helped me finish my presentation. And
Oh, cool.
But it certainly helped Anthony. Absolutely fantastic.
Outstanding. Appreciate that, Flatsoid. He's part of the Ravenous Wolf crowd. Oh, I shouldn't call him that. What should I call him?
Enthused gentleman.
Enthusiastic gentleman. The League of Enthusiastic Gentlemen.
Oh.
I can't do that. That's not my style, man. They're like ravenous. Okay. It looks like we're getting up there. For everyone that arrived new, please mic discipline. If you're not speaking, make sure your mic's on mute, to take care of the audience out there, especially during the second half of the presentation today, because we may run into some issues. This is so much fun, man. It's got me fired up because you never know what's going to happen. We planned something that didn't work, and we didn't work out the second plan. I can't stand that, by the way. I usually have all contingencies wrapped up. But no, because of the ravenous wolves, they don't want to get together. They want to just have fun by themselves when they're off the show. No one's going to comment on it.
It's all Nathan's fault. He never leaves anybody craps on it.
Yeah, he's probably Nathan.
One leg.
One leg. Let's get a radio check from Nathan just to make sure. Like I said, he's probably got some noise in the background. Radio check, Nathan, just quickly.
Popped out.
Did he pop out?
Is my mic working?
It's working just fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Again, for all the new people, make sure your mics are squared away. If you're not speaking, make sure they're on mute. We're going to get started here with the first presentation because I don't want to delay things too long. All right, let's see what we got here. We got this going. 1 second, guys. Yep. Check, 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 check. Looks like all the checks are in. Let's see what we got. Okay, what I'm going to do is give you a little bit of context just in case you've been sleeping for the past week and you're not up to date, because there's been a lot of confusing talk during the week that I've heard. I'm not talking about FED. I was talking about the other shows and in Discord, and it seems everyone's, I don't know what it is out there. Is it maybe everyone should collectively start central lining Adderall? Because I've been getting a lot of cross currents for some reason. I'm sitting there, that wasn't their argument. Then did you guys watch the show? Right? So that's why I'm going to do this. Just a little background. What we're going to do is, after the background, I'm going to take you through their arguments that they presented last Saturday. Now, I'm only going to deal with the numpty CGI birds ranty just a couple comments he made. I don't really care about his evaluation. I'm going to get into the numpty from Down Under, Roofy, his support for the argument, and then Conspiracy Flaps, his part. But what had happened last Saturday, I had just come back. I had a little emergency I had to take care of the previous 4 days, and I had just come back. I'm sitting here. I was watching a video and clicked on to another video, and this came up in my feed. It said, famous flat earther declares the earth is a globe, live. I didn't know who it was at the time. I just seen that, right? Just seen the title and go, oh no. What, who's this going to be, right? And so I clicked on it, and it's Conspiracy Cat. Conspiracy Cats, you resurrected yourself from February 9th. Do you think you could bolo the second law of thermodynamics and then bolo looming and call it a mirage and just step right back in like nothing's ever happened? You think you can do that? Don't you have any shame or honor? Oh, and guess what? Before I forget, the 3 numpties here, they're going to be stars on the numpty clips this week. So, CGI Birds Ranty, the numpty from Down Under Roofy, and Conspiracy Flaps. They'll all show up Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm glad I got that out because I would have forgot. So, like I was saying, I popped the show on. And this is one of the first things I seen. I seen this photo, right? And I said, that's, quite a breathtaking photo. I said, where are they going to go with this? And I was listening a lot of back and forth in the beginning, but they quickly got, to cases. And let me just identify who we're talking about here, guys. So this is what we got. We got Conspiracy Cats, we have Ruhif, and we have Ranty. So Conspiracy Flaps, the numpty from Down Under Roofy, and CGI Birds Ranty. So this is who I saw on here, and I said, all right, here we go. Right? And then they pop, the photo that they had up. This guy right here. Right? Everyone had seen this photo, and I said, okay, I'm not quite getting it, but, go on. And what was hilarious after I watched the whole video, I said, I listened to their arguments, and I said, damn, I can just trash these things with little effort. I didn't see the potential here. But it didn't take long. The next morning, the ravenous wolves that I call them, or as Adam would put it, the League of Enthusiastic Gentlemen, they had tore this thing up, folks. I'm here telling you. I didn't really have to do much. It was just listen to the Skype group into the war room, right? They said, that's not the photo. Guess what they come up with? The actual photo, right? And when I seen this, I said, oh, those guys cropped that original photo, right? And here's the actual photo. You can get it on nationalparkprintshop.com for 22 euros if you'd like to purchase this, okay? And I looked at this photo and I said, why did something must be up over here. So, of course, the censored part, I'm going to go over it and I'm there, oh, there's something over there, right? I said, I'd just let the ravenous wolves take over because it's going to come out with something. So I just sat back, and I didn't have to sit back for long. And we're going to get to that part of because this is the actual argument over here. But we're not going to do that just yet because we want to deal with their points. We want to give them a fair shake, correct? I know you guys agree because we don't want to straw man them. We're going to take their arguments and pummel them into the incoherent oblivion. And the special part, I kind of like this part. See if I can catch it. It's kind of hard because this is going a little bit slow for me, but I think I can catch this. Come on, give it to me. They put a white swan up here. I was loving it. I said, wow, this is really cool, right? So This is the White Swan. This is their globe Earth proof. You know, the sister to the Black Swan. I thought that was a nice touch. And thanks, by the way, guys, because you have unwittingly provided the best flat Earth proof to date. And we're going to get into that in the second half of the presentation. We'll get there in a few minutes. All right. But we want to go back, and I'm going to start, like I said, I'm not going to deal with Ranty's argument because he actually doesn't have an argument. He made a couple of comments at the beginning of this video, right, that kind of stood out to me. It kind of caught my ear. So let's go over these. CGI Birds Ranty. There doesn't appear to be any refraction in the image. I start laughing. You got this. This should sound familiar if you've been listening for the past 3 years. That Baltards not only have special Evo mind powers, they have like built-in refractometers inside the vacuum between their ears, flanked by the Funhouse mirrors. I don't know what it is. It's uncanny with Baltards. They could look at something in refraction. Refraction. Really? Unbelievable. So that he feebly attempts to justify that moronic statement with this non sequitur gem. CGI Birds Ranty. He says, if it would have been sinking, then you would have seen sinking on Blackpool Tower. I was like, if what would have been sinking? What are you even talking about? This is belly laughing non sequitur fallacy, folks. So, according to Ranty, the only Baltard fairy tale refraction phenomena is sinking. CGI Birds here is implying Baltard fairy tale refraction phenomena aren't local. They appear everywhere along your line of sight, no matter the distance or conditions. That's what he's implying here, folks. So if you witness a superior mirage along your line of sight, wherever you are, if you put your hand out in front of your face in your line of sight, it must be superior mirage. That's his logic. This guy's an incoherent putz. And, by the way, he made a number of different claims in the beginning here, and he said they were focusing on there was no horizon. Well, how could he make a claim about no sinking when sinking is relative to horizon? You see, you hear the doublespeak? Nothing makes sense. It's all contradictory and convoluted. You said there are no horizons in your photo, so why would you even bring up refraction, you numpty dipshit? Boy, I love it. So let's get to Roofy. We ain't get, like I said, we're not going to do. He didn't actually have an. It was stupid, so I'm not going to bore you guys with that. Let's get to Roofy. He was the one that let out. I was interested to see what they, how they were going to go about doing this. I didn't know which direction they were going to go. So if you want a treat, go get this video and just go to about 11:30-ish area, right? But I'll tell you what, you might want to go back. I think he starts a little bit earlier than that. No, so just go back and listen to his part. This is going to sound very familiar to you. So from the Numpty from Down Undy's mission here was to compare models, which is a Bella laughing straw man fallacy, and see which model, that's a reification fallacy, would make the correct predictions. Well, reification fallacies don't predict, so that's a non sequitur fallacy. You see, Roofy's a science illiterate and a Burke of epic proportions. So, folks, the base of his entire argument contains 4 logical fallacies. It's shocking. And he does this, he thinks he's an intellectual, right? So guess what he's going to do to bring his argument to fruition for proofsies? Take a wild guess. To bring his train wreck of a dumpster fire argument to the belly laughing conclusion, this Mr. Magoo Numpty from Down Undy employs a 3D ray tracing program, folks. People, rays don't exist in reality. It's another reification fallacy. From Andrew Thomas Young, San Diego State University, asked astronomy department, subject matter expert. The simplest solution to the horizontal ray paradox is to remind ourselves that rays are an unrealistic mental construct in reality. We always have a beam of light. Infinitely narrow rays don't really exist. From Andrew Thomas Young in another paper. I like how succinctly he put this. Check this, folks. Andrew Thomas Young. In the diagrams below, heavy lines represent rays of light. If you are not familiar with this conceptual fiction, please check the Optics for Beginners page before continuing here. So what Andrew Thomas Young is trying to tell you, Rufy, is that you need a beginner's course in optics. Priceless, man. Thank you. What a great argument you have. So, folks, it gets, if you can believe it, it gets better. I couldn't believe it. If you thought that was belly laughing stupid, then somebody hold the numpty from Don Undy's beer. Because he's got something for you, the coup de grace, and I'm right at it here. And I know you probably can't see it on this screen. I can barely see it on this screen, but just go to the video right around 11:30 mark. This crayon muncher puts the data into one of two straw man fallacies, globe or flat, within the mother reification fallacy. But that's not the best part. He sets the reification fallacy model up here to straw man fallacy globe false. Then uses, this is the kicker, then he uses 7.6R standard refraction, which is a double your pleasure paradox, on a flat earth reification fallacy model. I'm not kidding you. Right in here, folks. He starts off with a flat earth model, wherever he got that reification fallacy from. Then he's going to apply to his ray tracing model the things that don't exist. He's going to put 7.6R on a flat earth. I'm not lying to you. Go listen to it yourself. This is tantamount to Mr. Magoo using a yardstick to weigh his dodo bird. That's how stupid this is. He actually said this. He actually said this on the Hangout. No one said anything. I was looking over at the chat. Why aren't you people stopping these numpties and saying, what in the world are you talking about? But that's okay. I understand. You see, I understand what's happening here. Because they know their target audience. And their target audience are mouth-breathing knuckle draggers. So they can put anything up on the screen as long as it looks a little techie, a little science-y, and they can say just about anything. That's what he's doing right here. How can you have a globe Earth model in 7.6R standard refraction on a flat Earth model reification? I don't know. You guys tell me. This is a train wreck, and that's why I said this argument was so hilarious. I just let it go. I don't really have to do anything. Thanks, Rufy. Appreciate that. Now for the last one. Our buddy Conspiracy Flaps. I couldn't wait for this. Let's see if we can get him. That should just about do it. Sweetness. So, the final argument, the conspiracy cat's technique. This second law of thermodynamics bolo and lumen mirage moron leads out with this statement that he's doing flat Earth a favor by presupposing a flat Earth. Now, as soon as he said that, you know, my spidey senses start going off. Alarm bells, red flags. He's trying to grease the skids for something here, right? You know he's up to something. So what does he do? Now I see a triangle. Okay, he's making triangles. I'm saying, oh my goodness, he's doing angular size measurement, right? Well, why does he have to make it flat? Well, he needs straight lines for his train wreck trig. There's nothing else he could do, right? That's why he needs it. That's what he was greasing the skids for. So this numpty obtains paper distances and elevations to the tops of Blackpool Tower and the mountain behind it. He's forced into this graph paper train wreck trig. Because why? Anyone? Rhetorically? Yeah, you don't need to comment. I just want you to think about why is he forced into the train wreck graph paper trig? Yep. He can't get an actual angle measured to the mountain behind Blackpool. Not that he would do it anyway or have anyone else do it. Because he can't see the whole mountain. It's blocked. It's occulted. So even if you get the actual observed angle measurement to Blackpool from the observer's position, which they don't even know where he's at, hopefully we're within dual purpose HE round vicinity. But they didn't even give us that. But I digress. What are you going to compare it to? Are you going to compare it to the calculated angle? You can't do that. It's apples and orangutans and aardvarks. You can't do that. Right? He then makes a triangle. You see it right here. He makes a triangle on graph paper with the base starting at the observer and runs it through the tower and the mountain. Then performs 6th grade trig and calculates, I'm saying that for a reason, calculates, putting emphasis on it, the angle to each. So according to his graph paper 6th grade trig, the mountain should appear higher than the tower. That's a simple conclusion that he's going to make, right? His calculated results. Blackpool Tower has a calculated angle of 0.496. The mountain behind Blackpool Tower has a calculated angle of 0.526. He then looks at the crop picture, sees the opposite. Blackpool Tower is larger than the mountain behind it. Therefore, glob. You numpty dipshit of epic proportions. Of course, no one's going to say anything to you in your hangout because they're all knuckle-dragging window lickers. Let me get real with you. Performing trig functions on graph paper is not in the same friggin' galaxy as applying trig to distant objects, you friggin' retards. You're in a category, a contextual error, right? Do you realize that? If anyone's listening out there, I hope you're feeling me here. Any mathematicians out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We need the actual observed angle measurements, reality, via theodolite or a sextant, from the observation point to Blackpool Tower. But it ain't going to matter anyway. Why won't we ever get that? Even just that. They ain't gonna do that because it's not going to match their angle. I will guarantee it. All you have to do is look at Bev's GIF, his 30-minute time lapse, right? The dang tower it's like an accordion. So this is the game. We ain't ever going to get it anyway. He can't do it. He can't make the comparison because he can't get the angle to the mountain behind Blackpool, right? He can't compare the two because he can't see the mountain because it's occluded by Blackpool. The only way he could do it to get an actual angle, he'll have to remove Blackpool. That's the only way he could do it, right? Of course, he already knows that. That's why he did this little paper game. So, then I hopefully he anticipated us. I would think. I don't know because I'm not. These guys are insane. So who knows? Take a wild friggin' guess what happens now once they get called on this contextual error. This is some tear-jerking belly laugher. What's the only numpty dipshit recourse after that? I know you guys heard it out there, right? It's inevitable. You flat earthers deny trigonometry. No. We're merely pointing out the fuckwit probely misapplication of it. Right? This is self-evident. It's right in your face. There is a positive that's come out of this, though. After 5 years, these crayon-munching window-licking knuckle draggers finally invoke angular size change with distance. Thank you. It's taken 5 years. P.S. Now please call Mick West, Walter Bislin, and Jesse the Klutz Kozlowski and his incoherent minions, and let's start adding angular size change in the calculations. Por favor. pretty pleased with sugar on top because we're going to be holding your feet to the fire from here on out. Questions, comments with this part of the presentation?
Whilst that, if, hopefully you still leave that up on screen, or if you could just put it back, John.
Go ahead. Yep. There you go.
Yep. Yeah. You'd say, why is he represented like that? There is that point that represented like that because he has to, can't take the measurement, calculate. But, and this comes to the point where always discussed about them hijacking perspective and portraying it as curvature. If you were to actually look at that bit of trig there, then the reality is that bottom line should be curving away and down.
Exactly.
The starting of your trig, which is really pertinent to the point that I'll show you some of the maths that we do, both full geometry and angular size reduction. If you could just imagine that line curving down at the rate of the curvature, and everybody can understand that the height of the peak will drop based on its basic geometry of where it's placed on the curve. And that's important, something that they constantly hide and try to pass off as curvature, or just ascribe to the perspective. So that's important because we're going to take these two things into consideration, and then, because this is the point of this straw man they've thrown at us, that the world should be presented by just angular size reduction, and because it doesn't match up, it must be a ball.
Yep.
I think I'll address that.
Yeah, it's a train wreck. So, folks, what he was talking about, what Adam was talking about, he has to make it flat so he can get a straight line on his base of his triangle. He wasn't doing you any favor. He was doing himself a favor. So he didn't expose himself. No one caught on to that. No one's talking about that. I don't get it. I really don't get it. People just aren't paying attention. They don't care. They just hear trig and like trig fairies start flying around in the vacuum between their ears with the funhouse mirrors flanking them. Right? This is simple stuff, guys.
That's what.
Oh, sorry about that. Let me catch him. Sorry about that, Flatsoid. Let me get you squared away. Did Nathan make it back yet? Nathan, sir? Nope, he didn't make it back. He must be having some serious technical difficulties. 1 second, Flatsoid. Got you covered there, sir. Radio check.
Hey.
You're welcome. Sorry about that. Listen, people that come in here, everyone is muted, and that's to protect the show. Just to, you know what I mean. So don't take it personally.
All I wanted to understand sizes on the graphic view of perspective. The size change is function of perspective, is not perspective.
Yes, correct. It's a function of it. That's correct. But it's very well said. Thank you.
I think there are many nuances when we're looking at pictures. You said the atmosphere, condition. And a point we want to make. Take with a camera that I think ever finds. On what people try to take out of a picture, but is to define the geometric reality trying to ascribe to it. Hopefully my presentation is trying to show the foolhardiness of.
Conspiracy Cat, you little chat skank, I see you in my chat. Go ahead and join up, and then after the presentation's over, I'm going to drag you around by your short hairs. The first thing we're going to talk about, though, is how did you resurrect yourself from Bolo the second law of thermodynamics and the Lumen Mirage? Don't be poisoning my chat with your horse shit. You got me that? You're tracking with me, son. I just DX'd you again. I'm going to get medieval on your dumb ass here in a minute. Just wait. Any other comments, questions, concerns about what it just the presentation that I gave on their argument? Their belly laugher of a train wreck argument.
No.
I just
Did
wanna
they
say-
present?
Kind of funny that vacation of a model, top of a vacation of another model, something that doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you like that. I figured you'd like that, Chocolate. Yes, good catch. Yep.
Yeah,
That-
yeah.
that was
the other
Roofy.
one- Yeah, that's fantastic. That's awesome. And the other one was, so there's no horizon in this picture, but if only there was sinking. What?
Oh, the sinking. Yeah, that was CGI birds. He's incoherent, right? First he says he doesn't see any horizons, right? And then he mentions
So they're not-
sinking in relation to nothing. When sinking is related to the horizon, it's the opposite of looming. So it doesn't make any, like I said, it doesn't make any sense. It's convoluted doublespeak. He's a moron. We've all known this for years. So is Katz. That he's a straight up moron. This guy. He's Dunning-Kruger, delusional Dunning-Kruger numpty dipshit. You're finished. Yeah, it is golden, ain't it? It definitely is. It's gonna get super duper golden here in a second. Because I'm gonna release the Blackpool Swan. Because hold on a second, you numpty triplets have given the best flat earth proof to date, but you cropped it out, right? You know you cropped it out. I mean, everyone knows you cropped this out. You shouldn't have done that. It's gonna get real nasty. Clown. Go ahead. Somebody wanted to add something.
I just have to say they didn't crop it out. They just didn't. Actually.
Yeah, exactly. They could have. Listen, I'm not going to go for intent here. I don't know. All I know is what I see. And what I see is they gave us this, right? They gave us this. But in all actuality, it was that. So like I said, I'm not going after their intent. I'm not in that business. All I know that this is, can you say poor research? I don't even know. I don't know if you can even say that. It's total lack of. Right? So
that's my point. Bad research.
So what we got over here, right? Like I said, let's go back. So that's the original photo, right? Folks, go ahead, Mike. If we're not going to add anything, let me get into this. I'm not going to take that long. So Adam, get prepared. This isn't going to take that long.
I'll top my wine up. Give me 2 seconds. I'm on it.
Top your wine off. Thanks. Okay, Mike Discipline. Let's get into this. So now we're on to since we destroyed their feeble train wreck arguments of belly laughing epic proportions, right? Now we're going to get to the actual argument. We're going to get to the cowbell, the beef, right? And here it is. And when I first seen this photo, I didn't realize it at that time, although I did realize, as you can see, from the observer's point of view, you can see from the observer all the way to the beach, all the way to Blackpool Tower. There's nothing missing. I can see the whole surface. If you take a good close look, it doesn't even have to be a close look. You can just see it, right? The only question was, I said, how far away is that? And what's the observer's height? So we got those two things. So the observer's height is 9 meters. I put him at 29 feet. Blackpool Tower distance is 19.62 kilometers. That's 12.19 miles away. The distance to the geometric horizon should be 10.7 or 6.59 miles away. That means halfway between the observer and Blackpool Tower. Guess what? There should be a geometric horizon there. I don't see a horizon there. The baltards think, they say, there's no horizons. And they think that that's an argument. Yeah, that's the point. There must be a geometric horizon halfway between the observer and Blackpool Tower. This is a Blackpool Swanling. This isn't the granddaddy Blackpool Swan. This is just the Swanling. You guys are dead right here. I don't really have to go on any further. But I will. Because I got, like I said, the granddaddy. Here it is. Because what we've done, that crop, the censored part, the crop part, that's where everyone in the war room's focus went immediately. And there it is blown up for you. Now, the whole thing's not blown up. I use this photo because Rufy, the numpty from Down Undy, had sent this photo, save for the ruler, to our own Adam Meekin here. And Adam Meekin presented it in here, and I said, oh boy, I'm loving this. Why? Look, take a look. At 311 meters, he identified 311 meters above sea level right here. And that pretty much marries up with the ruler. And then he used the other one from Harterfell Green Crag at 649 meters above sea level. So they pretty much marry up, right? Guess where the zero level is? Sea level. Right down on the shore. And if you look real close here, folks, you can tell that this is shoreline. So you have the observer at observer's height at 9 meters, 29 feet. Guess how far away this is? 32 miles. You got a 9-meter observer, 29 feet observer, looking at over 32 miles. Where's the horizon? Where's the geometric horizon at? It should be, like I said before, at 6.59 miles away. This is 32 miles. There's nothing out it. There's no horizon. And I can see down to the base. And if you don't like that little ruler right there, guess what? We have another little surprise for you. We have an identified wind turbine that is to the right of this photo. Adam, the distinguished Adam Meekin is going to show you. And it's only 200 meters above sea level. And you can see the 200 meters and bring it down all the way to the shore. You're finished. This is the granddaddy Blackpool Swan. The only way on the fairy tale spinning ball space monkey religion that the observer could see down to the base of the mountain, that observer would need to be at 700 feet elevation height. A little better than 200 meters high. That's the only way. You're finished. It's all over. This is by far because you've increased the Earth's radius by 1,024%, conspiracy cats. The numpty from Down Undy and CGI birds, 1,024%. It's gone from 264,000 miles in the original Black Swan. The new radius of the Earth is at least 2,703,096 miles. Pythagorean formula. You're finished. It's over. It's over for you. We would like to thank the numpty triplets for providing the best flat Earth proof to date. Take a look at it, boys and girls. There she is. And it was ironic that even before I got there, we had already placed the granddaddy Black Swan right over there where he should be. Isn't that ironic?
I think, John, we can all agree and say, thanks, John.
Was that what?
Could you do me a
2.7 million?
favor? Say the number one more time.
Yes, I can.
Do us all a favor.
Now listen, this isn't the radius. Pay close attention to the words coming out of my mouth. The new radius of the Earth is at least 2,703,096 miles.
That is
I'm sorry, that's
massive.
just funny.
That's Jew.
So 2.7 million. We're starting to actually approach Ruhif's infinite, aren't we?
Yeah, the infinite into greater than infinite refraction numpty. Yes,
so
sir.
flat it's curved.
Yes, sir. That's
I
it.
mean, 2 million. You're just a hair off. Not too bad. Negligible, like they like to say, right?
Right. Right.
From 39.59.
This is a slam dunk, people. It's over. We want to thank you.
John,
Go ahead.
I don't want to be a stickler, but I mean, there's a lot of greatest detailed picture to draw from. Are you prepared to maybe trim 100,000 miles off here or there?
No. No, sir, I'm not. So listen, we're going to take a little break here. Everyone to gather themselves because of the Blackpool Swan. This is the granddaddy Blackpool Swan, right? Just take it in and give thanks to Conspiracy Flaps, the numpty from Down Undy, and CGI Birds the next time you see him. I've heard I've heard a bunch of people, the ballers, they come out and say, well, this doesn't have anything to do with Horizons. We don't see Horizon. Yeah, that's the point.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Horizon, no drop.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, listen, we're just going to take a little break for admin here. Did Nathan make it back? No. Okay, let me get rid of this. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Let me go ahead and do the super chat. Rakia, where you been, dude? I haven't seen you in 10 times Coon's age. Let's get to Chris, fight the good fight, Couture's 5. What he says is no space helmet required. Just hit that thumbs up below button or button below. Thanks for the support. And back to Dave, Rakia Life. Hope you and yours are doing well, sir. Thanks, Bev. Exposing deception with logic and geometry. Nug life rules. Rakia life lives. God is light. There you go, sir. Yeah, I think what happened is Bev mistakenly said it was a white swan, and he Jedi mind tricked him, so they put the white swan in their photo, which is truly hilarious. So shout out to Bev. Thank you very much. All right, sir. So just talk amongst yourselves. Smoke them if you got them. Just relax. This is the intermission. We're going to get ready for... Go ahead.
I just thought it's got the ultimate bottle.
Oh, I can't wait.
So, picture.
Hey, before you start in, Arwen, can I get the Adam Meekins, sir? You have the floor in a second. The Adam Meekins, sir, can you share your screen?
I was just about to do that. Yep.
Share your screen, Adam.
I should share it now.
Go ahead,
All right.
Arwen.
So really, but there's terrestrial refraction happening because it looks.
All right, let's see what I got. Sorry, Arwen, I can't do that more than 2 things at once. Okay.
Yeah, you have no rebuttal for that.
I'm scared.
They threw refraction away, Owen. Remember, they claimed there's no refraction.
Yeah, but
in
they
this
can't
image.
really do that, and they know it, right? It's better to have an unresolvable paradox than to actually. You know
Yeah,
there's
you need,
terrestrial refraction because it looks.
so
I'm
you
just
need a
try-
horizon
I'm
for
just
your
trying to
refraction.
find out. Is it no refraction day or there's always refraction day? What day is it today?
They said no
There's no
refraction.
horizon day. There's no
Oh,
horizon
so
day.
we're in no horizon, no refraction day. Okay.
Yeah, they said it's a perfect picture, crystal clear, no refraction.
That's what most
Brian's
people-
arrived.
Always
Hey, Brian.
terrestrial.
Good
why
to hear you, Chemo.
It tends to look so flat,
Hey,
right?
chocolate.
Brian's still.
Oh, let me get him. Sorry about that, guys.
Have you got the image?
I do, sir. Everything's good to go. You are unmuted, Brian. Just hold off, Adam, before you begin. Adam, or Brian, radio check.
Hey, Kiwi, everyone. You okay?
Yeah, you're coming through. Okay, good. Yep.
Bro.
That's
And Brian.
Make sure you're up close to your mic, Adam. Hold on one second. Adam, before your presentation, make sure you're up close. Cause you're just a little bit low for me.
That better?
A little better. Hey, there's Roofy. Level is curve theory. He's a level is curve. What else do you got? Greater than infinite refraction. Thinks the modus ponens argument is affirming the consequent. It's just an affirming the numpty from down under. Right? You're a train wreck, son. Goodness gracious. Go ahead. Sorry, guys.
Quiet. So
Yeah, it went quiet. It looks like nobody would start. Yeah, it's a slam dunk. I don't know.
Hold on, I'm still blown away by the new radius.
Oh, yeah.
No,
2 million.
Two-
What's that number?
2 million.
again?
2 million.
it
I think-
is.
You don't start saying at least.
Yeah,
He's gonna get
I was going to correct him, Adam. I got him. It is.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
isn't the new radius. Now listen closely. I said the key part of that is it's at least because
I
we
did say
didn't
at
see the
least.
horizon yet, so I can't make that final calculation.
Right, I didn't say. I said the new radius or the supposed new radius.
It's at least the new radius of the Earth is at least 2,703,096 miles, according to the grandpappy here of Blackpool Swan.
So the refraction horizon is 5% off the geometric horizon
Right.
anymore.
Where's the cat? Is it cat right?
I don't really care. I don't want to deal with conspiracy cats anymore. You can't recover from this. You couldn't recover from the two-lot bolo before and your looming mirage. I ain't even going to address you anymore. You're done for. You can't recover. So we can move on. Since it's kind of slowed down, Adam, did you get wind up?
I did. It's halfway down again now, but it doesn't matter. Like a quick refreshment.
Let me know when you're ready. Listen to him. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on. I got to
Sounds very
prep you
quaffable.
because we got to make it quaffable. Right? Now listen, folks. Listen, folks, this presentation, if you thought that I train wrecked him, pay close attention to how Adams, he's going to eviscerate him, and then at the end, I'm going to release my wolf pups. Pay close attention also to the wind turbine that was identified. Adam, make sure you stress that one because that's really important. He's going to show you a photo with that wind turbine identified, and you can see how far it is up off the shore. It's over.
Hello?
Thanks, Neil. All right, Adam, I set the stage for you. Everyone, mic discipline, please. If you're not talking, go on mute. Here we go. Adam, you got the con, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose one of the League of Enthused Gentlemen. It's been a while since I've crack a spreadsheet out or so, and I've just got a couple of points. No claims. The first point is to do with, I think, what we've all been discussing, which is angular size reduction at distance and ball geometry. That, I think, was the puzzle. You know, what exactly was the claim? Because it wasn't that clear. So the first point is me trying to figure out the claim and to visualize it. So I did a little bit of Photoshop. And the second point is to address rulers pictures. A bit more long-winded. Well, I'll start with the first bit. And John, I interrupted his presentation when he pulled up the trigonometry picture, is looking at that angular size change distance. We mentioned there is that slight discrepancy to be dealing with a flat plane and a ball. On both of these things, we're applying the angular size change to flat base. So with that in mind, what I did was just a quick bit of maths on the peaks and Blackpool Tower based on this. So if this is just the data I've used, try and photos later. Got a few of the pikes there. Blackpool Tower, their height, their distance, that's in kilometres. The height's in meters. And then obviously, based on their distance from the observer, the geometric effect, that effect that the curve of the ball would have on where the base starts relation. So then we've calculated the new heights of these peaks. And then I've calculated the angular size change at distance for the ball and angular size change. And over here, what I've done, so I can tweak the picture, just calculate that with respect to Blackpool Tower in the two models. So this is just how big it should be with regards to Blackpool Tower, just to help me scale it when I'm Photoshop. So this is obviously the question. So what I've had to do is, I've not done this in Blender, so I've just done my best to kind of scale the peaks based on that data, stick it in. Obviously, the first one that was of interest is to see the supposed, I think, the thing that's being held against us. That this picture doesn't comport with the supposed what things should look like on a flat plane. With that in mind, I didn't title next picture on a flat plane. I've titled it Angular Size Only Strawman. And that's kind of where we were led this whole shenanigans. First and foremost is to try and get us flat earthers to accept strawman, angular size change only distance, our model. But you can see this is the supposed effect. The next one I did obviously was apply it to both the geometric effects of peaks being placed at their different distances on the ball, and then again apply angular size change and distance. So again, this is reality. And remember here, if we look at Blackpool Tower on previous one, you know, we've got to be bigger. That's the claim. Now, when I now paint it onto a ball, this is probably the center of the Blackpool Tower is the best effect for you. See, this is what happens on a ball. So if we're going to be held strawman, equivalent strawman is ball geometry and angular size strawman. And that's what it should look like on a ball model. So that was kind of my kind of starting point of, okay, Interesting. And we did a lot of the stuff with Stochastic Gentleman, which was basically, once we located this part of the image which wasn't in the initial image, shared with us to make claims. I was sent this bit by Ruhif, so these annotations. But it did start me off, and I think John showed where I stuck a ruler on it. And that's kind of the next point of this presentation. So I stuck a ruler, and here I've stuck another ruler on it. I've marked a few more things out as we went through with the guys. Different things became apparent, and we identified different points. The heart of foul slight side around here. Interestingly, actually, there was a night where kindly Ruhif and Antti were providing and giving a bit of information, but there was a discrepancy of what they identified. I think Antti conceded that Ruhif's ID was correct, and I agreed with Ruhif. So did Riley. So did you, QE. So we were happy with that, especially when Antti then did it to Ruhif. So these are all in agreement with the guys. Got a scarful pie or gaffle. Oh, there. Nobody says. Slight side, heart of foul. Again, is part of Ruhif, not used. And the turbine now. What I've done here is put a ruler on, and you can see that it's lined up with 9, 7, 8 at the top and 6, 7, 2 on the bottom. So the way I've scaled this is scarful pike, slight side. And you can see the rulers here and where 0 is. I suppose this would be the way in which make a claim that meters missing. I say that's one. What I've next is a little bit of variation. So this next one I've used the proper scarfell pike and heart of fell. Slightly different. Light side isn't 700, actually reading less than 750. And down to the turbine, that's at 250. So it was slightly different. And I've again gone, and now this next rule, this is the green one, is the scaling is done between light side, heart of fell. That one. And that's all we kind of had. And I was saying to the guys, I just want something below that 311. I'm not sure I agree with it, but I'd like something we could actually positively identify, just help kind of demonstrate a few points, just a little bit, carry on. So in this next slide, I've used the turbine 1.3. I've scaled it up to 4.9. Oh, too much this next one. Tinkerer goes from turbine light side, and finally from turbine scarfel pipe. Hopefully I've gone through that. You can probably appreciate the rulers and combine them there. And they're all scaled picture. Point attention. Look at those different zeros. Where is it? Is it hiding something? Is it not hiding? I don't think so. And the reason being is, I'll show you then in the next slides. But before I do, I mean, fundamentally, hopefully, what I've demonstrated is aren't rulers on photos or any real inference. Nothing where it's supposed to be. All of those different peaks, heights different heights, at different distances. Subject to so many different effects. They're all roughly where they should be, but none of them where they supposed to be. Yes, we've got a picture, but you can't use any of it to scale it. And certainly you couldn't even take the top to say that's where the top is. But you can see, and the good thing by identifying is we've got a full picture from top of the to the bottom, irrespective, trying to actually particularly locate a place to be real, accurate calculate. Just one final point to make, and that again is regards to stick rollers on photos. Talked about that baseline, and in all of these things, I've talked about where the point is, isn't, etc. In this one, what I've done is the point of reference I've started with is the ground, and the second point is copper scarf or pi. I'd like to just say that both of these are the ground, 0, the sea level, demonstrated. Both of them, and they're in very, very different places. And all the places in between could also be classed as 0, and I could build a ruler from there. Because this is a picture. Now, Tony was going to be here. I was going to hand over to him to talk about just the turbine. And if you just look at this picture here, and I'll hand over to everybody once I've done this. But this was a shout out to Platsoid who enhanced the image for us. And when me and Tony were hunting, part of the end of the pier and this building were clearly identifiable. We could see this here. I think the guys were over it one of the afternoons, and we'd spotted that there were these turbines on the hills, not knowing they have any necessary importance. But they turned out to have. So we looked at that, and then Tony, who's a whiz on Google Earth, kind of lined everything up, looking at that, got his line of sight down there, and kind of placed as close as he could to those that building. And we're hoping to find a turbine, and on there. At that point, we're looking and we say, well, we found the turbines. Now there's 3 of them, 3 at 700, 1 at 850, and 1 at 900.
Adam, can you point to the turbine?
Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. I was doing. Sorry, it's here. So I've got the presentation. So this here is the mini Stonehenge, Tony called it, big building. This is all the edge, and this is part of the hidden bit, and the hidden bit continues here. But this was actually in there, to be fair, I think. But this here is the turbine. Like I say, I think there's 5 of them. 700, 3 at 700, 1 at 850, and 1 at 900. I think, well, let's take the average. But we then did bother to go and look, and we tried to line it up with all the different ones. And there's only one it lined up with for me, and that was the 700 one. And even if you take probabilities, you've got a 3 out of 5 chance.
That's 700. I'm sorry, Adam. That's 700 feet, people. That's a little over 200 meters and change. You can see where it is right there in relation to the shore. It's over. Right? I may grab his video since he's not here. Sorry for the interruption, but go ahead, Adam.
And that is the end of the presentation. I'd like to hand it over and say thanks. There is that turbine there, identified. I've draw the line across, so you can see where it would be represented in relation to the others. Given all of the excuses, I would say that it's not there. It could be there, but it's roughly there. But I wouldn't like to only that it is there. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Adam. You see that turbine 213? Isn't that beautiful? 213 down to the shore. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. And the new radius of the Earth is at least 2,703,096 miles, people. Say good night. Questions, comments?
Yeah, I have.
Good.
So, if it really has that radius, wouldn't it at least obscure something? Anything?
Wouldn't what at least obscure what thing?
Anything in the picture? Wouldn't it obscure? Because it so in
Yeah,
the whole thing.
exactly.
One of the flattest things I've ever seen. Almost like autographic.
Autographic levels of flat. Exactly. Yeah. Yes, sir.
This one just boggles my mind how a freaking still move the attention to. I'm not going to claim Horizon, I'm claiming Mount. Crazy. See this and you're honest with yourself, you're gonna. It's not a globe. Globe over 10 points. That is insanely far away.
Why is that horizon at least at 10 miles?
Yeah.
Now we got a tower 32 miles away.
Not
You
the,
can see the base of
not the tower, the base of the mountain. That's Scafell.
mountain.
Yep. Oh,
You know, guys, if this a repeating how thick some the flatter it, and they you want to prove all that photograph don't see supposed to be by the curve.
hey, somebody, can somebody, oh, wait a second. Can somebody please post, I can't find Sleeping Warriors video from yesterday. Can somebody post that in the Discord chat for me, please?
Brian's server muted again.
Is he? He would be. I'd have to go back in there. Who?
Father stolen.
Father, sorry about that, guys. I'm not the only admin here. I'm doing 25 things at once. I'm doing the best that I can. Hold on 1 second. Brian, you're good to go, sir. Jeremy, you're also good to go. You're off mute.
Thanks, Kiwi.
Anyone else? Father of the Stolen Child. Where do I see him at? Sorry about this, folks. Father of the Stolen Child. He's not in here.
Elijah wants me
me.
on mute
Okay.
as well.
All right. Did somebody Sleeping War? Where's he at? Thank you very much.
Elijah.
Thank you. Go ahead. Smoke him if you got him.
Did I get through?
Kiwi, Elijah asked to be.
Say it again, Brian. I didn't hear you. Speak up.
Eli asked to be.
Who?
Elijah.
There you go, Elijah. Watch your background noise, Elijah. All right, 1 second, guys. Let me. Oh, I didn't want to do that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, by way of an
All right, 1
addendum,
second, guys. Sorry.
this video is dedicated to Ruhif, Ranty, and Conspiracy Cats.
Hold on a second, guys. There you go. I got it. Jeez. What an administrative nightmare. We'll get through it. I'm going to struggle through it right here. 1 second, please. Stop. I think this video is well worth playing since Anthony couldn't make it. Let me make sure everything's good to go. Hopefully he won't copyright strike me. No, he wouldn't do that. Right? So, Mike Discipline, guys. I'm going to roll with this video. It's outstanding. Here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, by way of an addendum, this video is dedicated to Ruhif, Ranty, and Conspiracy Cats. These three stooges are telling everybody that there is missing curvature. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to look at the image, the original image that we've all seen. There we go. But now what we're going to do is we're going to play around with the levels on it. And if you play around with the levels on it, you end up with an image not dissimilar to this. Now we're going to zoom in to this little bit over here. And we're going to notice that we can see what looks like a toothpick sticking up. Look at the proximity of the toothpick relative to the, I'll call it the mini Stonehenge outside. I think it's the Sea Life Centre, Blackpool. Can't remember what this is called, but it's the corner thing on the corner. You'll see it. What we're going to now do is we're going to do this. On Google Earth, you can see that this is the mini Stonehenge in question. Is this little, what do you call it? Stonehenge, I'm going to call it. And then you've got this building on the corner, and you can see it clearly belongs in the image. It's in the image. Look at this little line here, this little innocuous little line here. This line is a line of sight from Southport at one end. Let's go down, right down here to Southport so you can see it. To confirm that it's the car park in question where this guy took imagery from. There's the car park. Don't know exactly where he is in the car park, but he's in there somewhere. Zoom back out. I just want to focus on this again because this is super, super, super important. There's the little Stonehenge thing. Right. And it's relative to the building, so you can see the gist of it. It's a structure. It's meant to be there. Look at what happens at the other end of this line. And because this video is dedicated to Ranty, Conspiracy Cats, and Ruhif, one of you threes is going to have to explain this. Follow it up here. And look what this line of sight takes us to. Oh, look. To a turbine. Now, this turbine, obviously it's not in 3 dimensions, but you can see by the shadow on the ground. Look down here in the bottom corner, you can see that it sits on an elevation of 700 feet. Now, because we have a positive identity on this turbine, specifically this turbine, and we've checked it, it's not that turbine, because that doesn't intersect it to the way that the picture goes. Not that turbine. This is the only turbine it can be. This is at 700 feet. Let's go back to the darkened image, and let's look at the imagery. You can see the tops of the tower, the tops of the mountains are 2,000 feet. We can see the top of this foreground mound is a best part of 1,000 feet. And as we're coming down, this comes down to 700 feet. And well, you can see a little bit lower, can't we, guys? None of this should be seen on a sphere, guys. So, we've either misidentified the toothpick and it's not actually a what do you call it? A turbine. Or it is the turbine. It sits at a base of 700 feet. And there seems to be an awful lot of not missing elevation on this. Just a bit of compression. I'd like an explanation, please, boys. I'm going to leave the comments open in this video. Troll comments will just be deleted. I can't be bothered with trolls. If you can't be honest about the shape and the nature of the Earth, your comments are going to be deleted. But can somebody explain to me what's missing? Because there's 700 feet of baseline that's in the image. We can prove it. And there's excess below it. So, and there's a bit of mirage at the bottom. Where is the hidden, guys?
Turn out the lights. party's over. They say it all. Good things must end. You're finished. Thank you, Numpty Triplets, for providing the best flat Earth proof to date. The Blackpool Sun. Blackpool Sun. Sing it with us. We've converted it. Blackpool Swan, won't you come take away their pain? Blackpool Swan. You're finished. Thank you very much. Comments, questions?
The best part of that video into the turbine. It just keeps going and going. I was like, what the hell? How far away is that?
I mean, I knew it. Ranty's set them up. This is just a prank on the Globers, just to get them
Has to be.
all excited. So bravo, bravo, Ranty.
It's totally down.
Shout
I
out,
don't like it.
shout out to Emma. 1 second. Shout out to Emma. Super chat, just because this will drive the trolls nuts. Thanks. Go ahead, guys.
Shout out to Emma.
Regards to Ranty, guys, I've just had a message from him. He says that it's the wrong turbine identified by Riley. They've been provided all the GPS information for everything in that location. Turbine is 55 meters tall, so 240 meters hidden. Well, I appreciate it. I did state that there were 3 at 700 and 1 at 850 and 1 900. But you put that number into that picture, really, as I've demonstrated in terms of how compression occurs and the different scales that are in there. Stick that number in, it's absolutely fine. You've still got about a fifth of the picture underneath it down to the water level, and that fifth of it is around about 200 odd meters. You go up to 1,000. There's nothing exact there, but it just roughly it represents everything where it roughly is. But importantly, it's all there. There isn't the initial claim made, Earth curvature hiding the bottoms of these peaks. The wind turbine demonstrates that. You want to put it up to 250, absolutely fine. I was happy at 211, but I'd quite happily concede to even it makes no difference to the point made.
You're just he's just shuffling the deck chairs on the Titanic.
I was going to say, what
does
the Black Swan just disappear? What's wrong with these people?
Adam, how does he realise it's the wrong turbine? How does he know?
The statement was wrong wind turbine identified by Riley, and you have been provided all the. Oh yeah, there's this picture I've seen appear. I've shown it before, but I'll read that. Can I share it again? Screen share. The audience, John. Is that easy or not a good idea?
Just realized that even any of them showing still debunks.
I'm sorry, I'm not chasing any of CGI birds nonsense. You're finished. You were finished 3 years ago. CGI birds. You're out. Bye-bye now. Make sure you tune in to the Numpty Clips Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. You're going to be a star on one of them, like your other 2 boyfriends. Thanks.
I can't post it. I'll save it and post it later, but I'll just read it. Observe a location, big phone number. Excuse me. Wind turbine identified by Sleeping Warrior, the part of the Kirby Moor wind farm. So I think they're in agreement. It's just identifying a different. It can be found here at location. The hub height is 25 meters, either toothpick. Ground this turbine sits on is 266 meters above sea level, also known as its elevation. From the information visible about this turbine, by looking at the picture, it would strongly suggest that the land that the turbine sits on visually would intersect the horizon at around 240 meters. means that 240 meters of this mountain is below the horizon. I don't know, suddenly they've made the horizon where that toothpick is, even though we can see I'm below it. But the way in which they seem to be validating it is, I don't know, just pulling that number out the backside, because they've just said it would strongly suggest, from the information visible about this turbine, so that's the picture, isn't it? It would strongly suggest it's 240 meters instead of height of the turbine it intersects on Google Earth based on the eye line is 211. Well, you can have your 240, but I'd probably go with Wiley's data as opposed to this very unsupported statement.
And this
Didn't they call it the
this is-
apparent horizon, that pink? The apparent horizon?
Below the horizon, intersect the horizon. No, just horizon. Even though that point is, it's got land underneath it, and Blackpool to the right of it. I don't know how that could be described as a horizon.
A horizon? There is no horizon there. You guys admitted there's no horizons a bunch of times already. Now there's a horizon? Where? Define horizon? Yeah, that's what I thought. You guys are retarded. Okay? You're finished. This is just the death throes.
They really have
if
snatched
they
their own wig off.
I mean, because they do what can own at the beach of Blackpool. Not that far away.
It's
That's
over.
Like 3 times, 4 times.
That's
I
the
just
other
sent you that.
horizon.
Sorry, I just sent that to Q.
Put it in BALLBUSTERS live stream text chat.
I've just put it in the Discord as well for everyone.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any pictures in here. So, Brian, go ahead and put it in BALLBUSTERS live stream text chat. I don't really care about it. It's nonsense.
I'm going to
me,
do
man.
that. One moment.
Yeah. Adam, if you want to put that in the text chat. All right, let me see what you got here. I don't even know. Rob, thanks, man. Is that what he's talking about?
In both.
Wait a second, Rob. He's probably on mute. Rob, is that the one he's talking about? All right, thank you. Oh, thumbs up. Yeah. All right.
Hey, I'm not sure if that's the right one, but this was posted in opposition to Riley. So
what they wrote?
I'm not
Assumed. What is an assumed horizon? Oh my God! All right, hold on, folks. Hold on, folks. You see down here? I don't know who did. What's assumed horizon? What does that mean?
that's where my ball would have a horizon if I lived on a ball.
It's right next to the extreme horizon.
Don't say. Come on.
I'm finished with this. I'm done with them. You're finished.
Another horizon.
Yeah, the assumed. It's another one. Write down assumed. My
Huey,
God.
Huey,
on
you
that,
didn't
John.
have assumed in that seven horizon list you put out. I didn't hear assumed one.
Unbelievable.
John, just one more point of subterfuge that what we stated, as I said, was what you can see in the image is the toothpick. You can see it going down and joining to the ground. So the numbers I stated was where the ground was, because that was that arc, that on that bit of the hill. Ranty's also stated here, look, hub height, which is top of the turbine. So we're sticking a few more feet on there as well, or trying to. Naughty, very naughty.
What's going on with them? This. When they're calculating, all they're doing is arc calculation. That's all they're doing. And they're not taking anything else into account. No occultation, no other visual effects, no weather effects, anything. Not the temperature, anything. And then for the globe out, they just calculating pure curve. But after the put in, then you're supposed to do the angular size change. And then you're supposed to be adding in any other effects, whether it be visual or weather effects. That's what you're supposed to do. So they're only doing step one of the globe version. That's all they're doing. And they're doing step one of the flat earth version. They're not completing the steps. Step two for flat earth, step two for flat earth, even though it's a wholly ad hoc angle, still step two has to be taken weather and other visual effects. And step 2 and 3 for the globe has to be taken size change into account after the curvature and after 706R has been added, and then taken into account all the weather effects. They're doing none of them. This is the classic case. No, it's true because they made it up. Completely fraudulent.
Lying, cheating bastards.
Yeah, you see, this comes back to what I said earlier. Angular size change is not vector. It's a function of vector.
That's correct.
Shows you that they're ignorant.
That's correct. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Flatsoid. Jeremy, radio check. That's a good radio check. Chemo, any questions, comments, and concerns on this, sir?
I'm happy. I mean, I always understood it doesn't prove a globe either way, because obviously they don't have the geometry. So they're just trying to figure out what's happening in the atmosphere or in the sky. That's for another question. The Earth, I think that's the most important question. So thank you, John. Did an excellent job. Thank you, Adam. Excellent job. I knew it wouldn't take us long to dissect any problems that they have. So kudos. Fantastic.
Thank you, sir. Flat Earther, how's it going? 1 second, sir. I just got you. Here we go. How's it going, Flat Earther? All right. We're going to round out here because guess what? Pizza and Wengies.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, they're coming here in a little bit. I got about 5-10 minutes to go yet, so I can still hang out.
I want to hear Black Swan. I want to hear the song again.
Game over, man.
Swan, here she comes.
No, from QE, I want to hear it.
Black holes, Swan. Here she comes. Here she comes.
That's
the
weak.
worst Chris Cornell
Night
ever.
is up.
Too funny. Stacy, I see you down in there. I just took you off mute.
All right, sorry, just
You're welcome. Let's see if I could trap anyone. Elijah, do you have some serious background noise up there or what? Good, thanks. Neo already gave his. Say again.
Hey there. So
Hey,
I
Flat
was
Earther.
watching-
Yep, sorry, go ahead.
I was watching the live stream almost a minute. I sorry about that. Great show.
Thank you, sir.
Say real quick. How's it going?
Go ahead, Jeremy.
I just want to say real quick that I'm glad we found a spot. All the ballers have agreed that essentially no refraction in the spot. So, if we found something that shouldn't be there that's too far away, they're pretty much screwed.
No refraction?
Ballers have all agreed we can just throw refraction away on this one.
Thank you.
You're just throwing it away. That's what we're doing now. Okay.
Remember, refraction was their argument. Now they can't have that.
Well, they have actually added refraction and terrestrial. Or have actually added their flat Earth model. Remember?
Yes, we already went over that, Brian. We went over that earlier.
I know I'm saying
yeah.
that because
The reification of a model over another reification of a model using something that doesn't exist.
Over a non sequitur using something. Yeah, 4 fallacies. And the way that he substantiated the conclusion of the argument was to use something not in reality.
It's a perfect ball claim right there.
Well, Chocolate, I'm going to give you a ruler. Please work out the radius of it.
Go ahead, Jeremy. Jeremy wanted to add something. Go ahead, sir.
I was going to say 4 fallacies in one. That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, 4 fallacies at the base of the argument, and to bring the conclusion to fruition, he used something that doesn't exist.
But to quote a famous Glober, though, you could treat it as if it exists.
A logical fallacy is better than nothing.
But that's why I like Adam's presentation.
Old Ruppy is in here.
I'm not dealing with that. No, I'm not dealing with him. He can stay in here on mute. Yeah, because we're gonna round out. So, it was a great show, man. I loved it. It was challenging on an administrative level for me, but I just I struggled through it. But it turned out really well. I woke up this morning. It was like Christmas. I couldn't wait. They're finished. So, final thoughts. Arwen, go ahead and lead off.
All right. Yeah, great show.
It's
so funny how it turned out. Next one. Of course, it was one of those clear bar average. Yeah, thanks again.
Channel shout out.
Yeah. Flat Earth show on our win 1 p.m. days 2. And hope to see you there in chat. I interact a lot with chat, answer any question, pretty much. So, great show.
Thanks, Arvin.
You got a super chat, John.
Yeah, I was just headed that direction. Thanks. From Multi Tom Tom, cheers, QE and the gang. Shout out to John Watson and YouTube. Thanks a lot, Multi Tom Tom. Appreciate that, sir. Thanks, Schemo. Brian's Logic.
Nothing to say. Great presentation, QE. Like and subscribe to Brian's Logic on YouTube. Stay away from lawyers.
Hey, Chocolate. Final thoughts, sir. Channel shout out.
Right, I like stay away from the liars. Everything is good. That's awesome. Oh man, John, great presentation. All the what did you call him for?
The numpty triplets?
Oh no.
The League of Enthusiastic Gentlemen.
Yeah.
The League of Enthusiastic Gentlemen. Yeah, I call them ravenous wolves.
The ravenous
I missed that
wolves,
one.
yeah. Shout out to the ravenous.
Shout me out, Chocolate.
And my dude Chemo. You already know, brother. Chemo. Got it. Man, great presentation, good show. Buddy. Ranty and guys. Guys, I don't know, man. You guys are clowns. Clown shit. Again, welcome to Flat Earth. Thanks.
Thanks, Chocolate.
Done.
Yep. Chris Barry, you popped in here. How's it going, sir?
Hey, how's it going? Good. Yeah, I just popped in real quick. I have a few minutes, and you're doing the round out. So I wanted to say it seems like there's some deception at play. First of all, they use the image, the cropped image, knowing full and well that once you saw that left side, that we were all going to have some questions about it, right? And all what it showed. And then what you have is you do see some sort of horizon, apparent horizon, whatever you want to call it. And then when you ask them what it is, they say there's no horizon. And you say, but you're telling us there's 700 feet missing from the mountains. So what's cutting off the mountains if it's not the horizon? And they don't have a response. So very fishy all around. And It's just not sitting well with me.
No, it's double speak all around. There is no horizon there. That's the problem. They even admitted it yesterday, about 25 of them. What this argument is about the horizon? There's no horizons here. Yeah, okay, thanks. Ah!
Exactly.
Yeah. Don Gio, sir. Oh, you're on mute. Sorry about that. Don Gio, final thoughts.
No,
Thanks,
all is
Chris.
well, man. No, all is well. I was busy looking at everything anyways, trying to dissect all the areas, look more for potential stuff to point out. Nice show, as usual. Flatzoid, how'd you like my sloppy copy?
I'm gonna actually look into that. Put the line of to it.
Appreciate it, Don. Elijah.
So, guys, much appreciated. Couldn't have done better for Saturday. It's a nice day. Swan's out. They're black. Oh, yep.
Appreciate it, Elijah. Flat Earther, final thoughts.
Last person has come through my reference. I'm going to explain to him the whole Black Swan and the Blackpool.
I want to. The next time you come on here, I want to hear you sing it. Blackpool Swan. It goes like this.
John, ranting in the chat saying, I will debate any one of the Ballbusters.
Get the hell out of here. Try primary school. I don't really care.
Send him back to
Doesn't he
Japan.
come on the chat right now? Get in
Yeah,
there.
he says,
No, he
debate-
ain't allowed.
Come on.
He says, debate me any one of
No, I don't care. He's delusional. The chemo. I don't do chat things. I don't do chat skanks. I don't do that. I got pizza and Winky's coming. He tried debating a primary schooler. You numpty dipshit. You're finished. So.
You're done.
Next time. Oh, he left Flat Earth. See that? No, he's still here. Flat Earther. The next time, I want you to sing the Blackpool Swan song.
Yep. How does it go?
All right, here it is. Blackpool Swan, won't you come and wash away their pain? Black hole Swan. There it is.
Won't you come?
You are tone.
Won't you?
You are tone deaf. Thanks, I would appreciate that.
Do better.
Glowy Schizo. I don't even know you. Glowy Schizoid. Final thoughts?
Man, you blew it out of the water. Yeah, I can't believe they're saying there's no horizon, but they're also saying it's dipping flat. Yeah. Make any sense.
They rarely do. Thank you. Gregory. Sorry, Gregory, you're on mute too. I just couldn't get to all you guys. Sorry about that. Gregory, final thoughts?
I mean, I came on the tail end. I've seen enough. Didn't disappoint. Came through it. Terminated, raced, over. I mean, but what part of you don't see the city, you don't see the town, you don't see left out of the left peripheral view of the photo. But of course, they want to move the line of sight way to the left off of the beach, and then point it like damn near all the way in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and then want to argue, why don't we see it? Why don't we see it? Why don't we see the city? Well, okay, fine. I'll just for the sake of argument, let's concede that we don't see the city even though we should. Why do we see the mountain at all? That's what I can't. That's what I just don't want to get off of. Like, why do we see the mountain? Why do we see Blackpool Tower at all?
No, you should be able to. No.
The curvature.
No. That's incorrect. Get with me after the show. We'll square that away.
Okay. I'm not afraid to be wrong. I'm afraid to.
That's okay. We'll get you up to speed. All right. Just hold off.
Speed. Gonna do that.
Yeah, I will. Thanks. Appreciate it, Gregory. Jeremy, final thoughts.
Just keeps getting worse and worse for the globe. I feel like Randy set a booby trap for him, and they fell right into it. Shouts out to you, Kiwi. Great work. Shouts out to Chemo going at him relentlessly in the trenches. That's all. Good show.
Appreciate it, sir. Thank you. Chemo, final thoughts.
Well, I mean, Brandy, anyone is ready to discuss this. Brandon is open. Kiwi, obviously, next time. You can obviously debate this at Gems. You can debate this on Nathan. That would be a good one, Ranty. If you went on to Nathan's and spoke to Nathan about this, and then my fear is this is going to get into a big argument, and no one's going to really hear one of those arguments. But if that's possible, Ranty, get yourself involved, get yourself on the panels, and just show us where the Earth is curving. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chemo. Appreciate it. Neil, final thoughts, sir.
Excellent. I would like to see where the Earth is curving too. Ranty sent him back to Gem Pandas. And if anybody thinks he's playing a little game to fool the ballers, this is your proof that he's not. A joke. But before you end the show, I do want to hear the Blackpool Swan one more time.
I just sang the Blackpool Swan again.
Doesn't matter. You got to end with it.
People don't want to hear that, man. It overwhelms them.
No, you got to represent Chris Cornell one more time.
Thanks, Neil. Appreciate it. Dave, Rakia Life. How's it? Oh, you're probably on mute. Sorry about that, sir. Go ahead. Final thoughts.
Yeah, it was the QE singing that drove me away for a couple months. But, I can handle a little more. I'll be around a little bit more, but we're all doing our part out here. Jerry, everybody's doing their part. Shout out to Beth. Great show. Everything's become a joke, right?
Yep.
Every they come with or that they've ever had has now become funny, laughable. I think someone's up there watching us like a reality show and laughing at the this projection when they say that they're laughing at us. It's just called proof by Rant. I too think in some way he's either trolling or just totally brainwashed.
Brain dead. No, he's not trolling him. He's brain dead. Stay tuned for the Numpty clips this week. It'll be confirmation in spades. Thanks a lot, Dave. Appreciate it. Welcome back. Rob, final thoughts, sir.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we got you.
Yeah, my final thought requires everybody to be looking at the image.
Which one?
It doesn't matter, either one. The cropped off stuff to the left doesn't bother me, because apparently their argument, or Ranty's argument, is that the Blackpool Tower should not be sticking up above the mountains in the background. That's his argument.
Yeah.
It's going over a curve. Well, angular size is not the only reason that it's underneath the tower. It's on a flat plane. It's just so far away that they didn't differentiate that the two angles are going to be completely different. But how are they doing trigonometry on a curve?
We showed that earlier.
Yeah, I know. I'm just reiterating. Can't do trigonometry unless it's flat.
Yep, that's why he did us a favor, Rob.
Yeah, no, I understand the argument. I want to say thanks, Bev, with all sincerity, because he's killing these guys every day. Thanks, Bev. I appreciate you. Good job, QE.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate that, sir. Stacy B, final thought. I know you're really busy. You probably can't come off mute. That's okay. Warden Cliff, who are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, gotcha.
Yeah. Really trying to globe. Because the other day I finished work and I'm looking around the TV, got onto one of the God's channels, and one of these preachers, the Flat Earth Society map up or global model. This isn't. If sorry, if we lived on a flat surface, I was in Australia, able to see. And how far does light travel? So the time of this globe, and it's like this platform is absolutely brilliant because every time they bring up any evidence from the globe, absolutely straight away.
Yes, sir.
A good program.
At your service. Appreciate it. The Adam Meekins, sir. Take us home.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah. Took you the rabid wolf in me, didn't it, for you to finally get a presentation out of me? Anyway, John. Yeah, I mean, I think I've said everything with regards to it. Like, me, fundamentally, from start to finish, though, the whole process again been an honest presentation. Kind of had to unpick subterfuge. And I was going to say, it's been a lot of fun. Spotted the other side. And then we've spotted the things on there that confirm there is nothing to support the alleged claim that started all this shenanigans in the beginning. So I'd like to thank the guys, the entertainment this past week or so. I'm kind of done with it now. I think we've buried it. For me, the positive, hopefully, out of all of this is that we'll have a firmer grasp about using pictures. And of course, we've got a new R value of 2.7 million miles. So it's all good, really, in the end, isn't it? So, yeah. Thanks, Kiwi.
Yes,
Great
it is.
presentation, by the way.
Well, thank you. You too, also, sir. Thank everyone in the panel for today. Just want to check on admin one last time. Admin's looking fine. Let's see what we got. Everything's sharp. Oh, baltards.